How we doing, Spurs fans? How are we doing? Welcome back to Hotspur Flicks TV. Get smash the likes, have your say in the comment section, and yeah, more Tottenham talk. Yeah, man, more Tottenham talk. It's just the same old, innit? Really, it's just the same old, same old, same old, same old, same old, same old, same old. But yes, welcome if you've just joined. Um, my live. Really appreciate it, guys. Like I said, get smash the likes, get subscribing if you are new to the channel. So, um, where do we start? Where do we start? Look, up and coming fixtures. It's not looking great, is it? It's not looking great. Um, you know, again, rumor has it that Kevin Danzo and Pedro Porro are back in full training. So that's a slight boost there. So I'm all for that because you know we all know we're down to the nitty gritty as it is. It's doom and gloom, isn't it? Like I said in my last stream, Tottenham are doomed. It's not good. It's not good right now being a Spurs fan. It's all doom and gloom, and it's just complete and utter misery, and very heartbreaking to see where we are right now. Um, but yeah, man, our current situation. Our current situation. What are you making of it, Spurs fans? You know, I've been asking many Spurs fans, even neutral fans, with this one I'm going to ask you right now. Do you think Tottenham will be relegated? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Will Tottenham be relegated? Put that up in the comments. Yes or no to being relegated. With the next set of fixtures coming up, it's not good, is it? It's not good. It's not good. We got Chelsea to play yet, Liverpool, back at Wolves, Palace, Fulham on Sunday. Mostly teams that we've got to play again in this second set of fixtures. We've lost. We've dropped points to, haven't we? So it's going on to Sunday's game. Do you really see Tottenham getting anything at Craven Cottage? The way things have been, right, you know, previously, especially with you know how we ended up playing in the North London derby, it just ended up being boys versus men, didn't it? In the end, even though going back to obviously the previous North London derby under Thomas Frank, going into the first half of last Sunday, we was a lot better. We was a lot better, but obviously as the game progressed, and you know that's I know that second goal that should have stood didn't count. That obviously didn't help the situation because obviously since then it just went 3-1 then 4-1, game done and dusted. And like I said, as the game progressed, it just ended up being boys versus men, and that same cycle of shit that we just can't get out of. Again, there's certain players within the squad that just have a very bad attitude problem. One of them being Mickey Van der Ven. Again, you know, when the cameras panned in on that game last Sunday, where Igor Tudor's clearly trying to get Mickey Van der Ven's attention to push upfield, and he's just standing there, you know, either ignoring him or just glancing over, and just like it's like, yeah, it's honestly, I really don't get it. I really don't get it. It's like some saying he's actually lost the dressing room already, and he's only been there 5 minutes, and it just goes to show it's not always the manager, and it's proved that. It's proved that, you know. We can all say it's the managers, it's the players, it's the board, it's the ownership, blah, 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 whatever. It's just, again, some say we're cursed. We can't be cursed because we won our first Poxy trophy only about 9 months ago. We've gone from that to this. I know our Premier League form from last year, you know, winning that trophy, that just papered over the cracks. We've actually forgotten about how bad we were or how we are now. We've not learned from our mistakes. The board, the ownership, most of them, most of the players within the squad have not learnt from their mistakes. Haven't learnt from their mistakes. Going back to the Thomas Frank situation, why he didn't want Brennan Johnson in his thoughts and shipped off to Crystal Palace is beyond me. When we're crying out for a goal scorer, and don't forget Brennan Johnson was our top scorer last season. Yeah, as you all know, we're crying out for a goal scorer. So, yeah, man, it's, you know, and going on to Sunday, I really, really don't know what to put it this way. I can't see a win. I really cannot see a win. I really cannot see where the goals are going to come from. Honestly, I really can't, guys. I really can't. I really can't see where the goals are coming from. But that's another one. I want to put that out there. Who's even going to score the goal? I know Colin Moani got his first Premier League goal for Spurs only last Sunday, and some might say that's thanks to Igor Tudor being there. Who knows? Who knows? He could have got 2 goals. His second goal, obviously, disallowed. You know, when you can clearly see that should have counted. That should have been 2-2. Going back to that game, that could have been an absolute game changer. But we will never know. We will never know, will we? We will never know. Some might say, yeah, but you still lost. It could have been 4-2, blah, 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 whatever. But that's done now. That's done. We've got to move on to Sunday. But where the fuck are the goals coming from? Where are the goals coming from? Again, the lineup. The lineup's going to be interesting because I don't want to see Archie Gray playing as a wing back. It don't suit him. It don't suit him, man. You know, thankfully we got Pedro Porro back in full training, so fingers crossed he starts on Sunday. You know, but I'll get onto that little topic in a minute because there's majority of the players that we have are just simply not good enough. They are simply not good enough, guys. I'm going to start rolling in the comments now. Like and subscribe, guys. So, yeah, please sub if you've never subbed to the channel before. I really do appreciate it if you have subbed. And please smash the likes. Comments here. Brian Maguire, big up yourself. I think we are down. I can't see where the wins are coming from. I want to be wrong. We all want to be wrong. We all want to be wrong. You know, no Spurs fan should say they should go down. They deserve to go down. Yes, I'm not going to lie. We actually do deserve to go down because the board, the ownership have neglected us over the seasons, and we've just got worse and worse and worse over the years. We've got worse. And again, saying that, there's, like I said earlier, there's certain players that are simply there not giving a fuck. They really don't care. Attitude problem. Even though you got the likes of Romero, for example, Mickey van der Ven, both coming out saying, you know, we're trying, blah, 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 blah. But then you got Romero just gets red after red after red. He puts silly challenges in. You know what I mean? He's not learnt from their mistakes. Van der Ven going on to last Sunday, not listening to Igor Tudor. Push up. No, he's just standing there. You know, things like that. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. You got players like Xavi Simons who just carries the ball far too much. Far too much. Some might say he's not ready for the Premier League. He gets brushed over too easily. No, I mean he gets that ball, runs past a couple of players, and then before you know it, he's surrounded, can't do nothing. And that's happened quite a lot of times. You know, wingers, got no wingers, have we? Got no wingers, and this is what annoyed me going back into the January transfer window. That was our time to seriously get players in. Didn't happen, did it? We got a left back, a young kid from Brazil, Santos. Why we got another left back, I do not know. I really do not know. Conor Gallagher, yes, I've said before, I do highly rate, but we need better. We deserve better. We can get better. But the board and that, they come out and say, yeah, but we ain't got the funds to provide, etc., etc., etc. It's the same old cycle time and time again. But there was a little stat I read out a few videos ago. Check it out if you've not seen it. Basically, it was all over social media, Sky Sports, so you must have heard of what I'm going to mention. Basically, it was along the lines of the board are coming out saying if Tottenham survive relegation, then there will be a massive squad overhaul. You know, they're going to basically, yeah, they're going to basically, yeah, do a squad overhaul and completely, how can I say it, bring down the wages, sort the wages out. You know what I mean? Other comments here. What we got? Big up Brian Maguire again. The board have a lot to answer for the poor signings. Yeah, it's basically what I've been saying. Going back to the January transfer window, it was absolutely terrible. Like I've said before, and I'll say again, we've had teams like West Ham making signings, and them signings are scoring goals. You know, Forest, even though they've got their fourth manager of the season, but you know what I mean. Wolves, look at Wolves sitting rock bottom with 9 points and about one win under their belt. You know, I know it's mathematically they can still get out. They can still get out, but look, realistically, they're miles behind there. They're gone. They're gone. But with the team they've got right now, the manager's he's slowly built them up now, and they're taking teams on. They're not easy to push over. You know, you've only got to go back to how they were against the Arsenal before we played them. 2 goals down, yet they pulled it back and got a very big point out of that game. Yet the North London derby a couple of days after that, and we can't do the job. We cannot do the job. So what's that tell you when we come up against the likes of Wolves, who we do have to play, and that's away at the Molineux? I'm really dreading that game. I am really dreading that game. Saying that, we've still got Forest to play. You know, we lost the Forest, didn't we? They absolutely pissed us over the park, didn't they? Nottingham Forest. You know, we've got a couple of big boys, Liverpool, Chelsea. I really can't see where the points are coming from in those 2 games. But I'll go through the last set of fixtures shortly. So we've got 11 games to go starting on Sunday against Fulham at Craven Cottage. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Are we going to win that game, lose or draw on Sunday? Where do you reckon we will pick up the points from? Where do you think we will pick up the points? What else have we got here? Big up McCoy's Enoch are the curse. Enoch are the curse. Look, when you mention Enoch, Lewis, whatever you want to call them, you know, it's all the same thing. They've been at our club, what now, 26 years? Now, when you sit and think 26 years, and we've got 2 trophies in 26 years under that ownership, and when you think of the managers we've had since Pochettino, who to this day should have never ever have got the boot in the very first place. He should have been backed when he was truly needed, and he did not get that backing, did he? Didn't get that backing. You know, when he was actually building something very, very special. But since then, we've had Jose Mourinho. Like I said before, been there, got the T-shirt, come to Spurs, can't do it. Antonio Conte, been there, got the T-shirt, come to Spurs, can't do it. And it just goes to show it's the board and the ownership, and yeah, certain Spurs players who come and go. You know, no ambition. The players, you know, they've you know, we seem to pick up certain Spurs players because we've still got that to this very day. They come to the club and they think they are bigger than the club. No player is bigger than that club. Never. Never. I don't care what anyone says. That is a fact. No player from past to present is bigger than the actual football club itself. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, here we are. Here we are. Another comment here from Brian Maguire. We can't keep a clean sheet. Yeah, exactly. We can't keep a clean sheet. Again, when I said back to the Poch days, we had a fantastic defence, didn't we? Danny Rose, Carl Walker as wing backs. Then you had that solid central partnership, didn't we? Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld. we had one of the top defences for a good couple of seasons, didn't we? You know, teams found it hard to break us down. I know we had a solid keeper in Hugo Lloris in those early stages of Poch's years being at Spurs, but towards it, I felt, in my opinion, Lloris become a little bit clumsy. You know, if you watched Lloris properly when he was playing for France, it was like he was playing a different game. It's like he actually wanted to be there. But when he put that Spurs jersey back on, it's yeah, whatever. Can't be bothered anymore. That was just my opinion. That's how I felt anyway. That's how I felt. You know what I mean? But yeah, with Vicario, it's just it just not cutting it for me. Really ain't cutting it for me. You know, he clearly wants that as well. Like I said, there's a good number of players that don't want to be at the club anymore. So, you know, fingers crossed very, very tightly, we do avoid relegation and we get the backing me and you truly deserve, because we can't keep going through this same cycle of shite. You know, we just about scraped relegation last season. That was only thanks to those. The bottom three at the time were actually poor and there was a massive gap. But this time around, with about 11 games to go, West Ham on our arses. They're only 4 points behind us. I know West Ham have got Liverpool this weekend, I believe. You know, West Ham, they could drop points there, but that's our chance to actually bag the points and creep away. But it's a big ask. I know it's a very, very big ask. Like I said, where are the goals coming from? Where is the creativity coming from? Because we are lacking it badly, very, very badly, very, very badly. Brian Maguire again. Our club isn't that big. Yeah, it's. How can I put it? It's not a big club, yeah, but still we've got a very big history, haven't we? We've got a very big history. It's that saying I said last night on my stream. If you've not seen it, check it out. But if you was a non-football fan and you was walking up the high road and you see Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, you see the lane, and you look at that stadium, and you think, wow, they must be a fortress. They must be a top football club. They must be dominating their league, trophies after trophies. And when they look deep into it, they go, fuck me, wow, shit. It's not a good look, is it? It's not a good look. And to think that stadium could be playing championship football in August is just it's bonkers, isn't it? It's actually bonkers. It's actually bonkers. You know, again, if we were sucked into that championship, I really can't see Spurs getting out in the first go. I really can't. If you know the championship very, very well, it is a very tough league to get out of. You need goal scorers, you need your wingers, the whole shebang. You need it. And right now we don't have it. We do not have, I really feel we don't have the capability of getting out of that league. If we get sucked into that league, we are going to be in there for a good couple of seasons, tops, possibly more. As we all know, again, if we're sucked into the championship, we're going to lose, obviously, Mickey Van der Ven, Romero's, Pedro Porro, Adugi, they're definitely walk. Kulusevski, Madison, Vicario, Basuma. I feel that the only players that might stay, someone like Sarr, maybe an Odebert, because come on, who's gonna want an Odebert or a Mathis Tell? You know what I mean? Them players would possibly stay. Solanke, is he gonna stay? Probably not. You know what I mean? It's not good. It's not good. Another comment here from McCoy's. We are a big club, but not a massive club. Yeah. I agree with that one. I agree with that one. Definitely, guys. I'm gonna go through the next set of fixtures. Now we all know we got Fulham up next. Now, like I said earlier, the last time we played Fulham, we lost 2-1. 2-1, I believe. You know, they pissed us over the park, didn't they, in that first half? It could have been more. They could have scored a hell of a lot more. Hell of a lot more. And again, we had Vicario to thank, didn't we, for that game? You know, it cost us. He cost us. And if I remember rightly, he got a lot of slack in that game, didn't he? So are we going to get anything in that Fulham game? I really don't think we will. We might be lucky to walk away with a point. You know, Fulham at Craven Cottage. It's very, very difficult, isn't it? It's like going to Brighton or Bournemouth, Palace, even Sellers Park. You know, very, very dodgy places to visit from time to time. You know, and at the same time, they've got an all right squad. They've got an all right squad. The likes of Harry Wilson for Fulham, he is on it this year. He is on it for Fulham this season. He is on fire. And what's the chances he gets a goal against us? You know. And after that, we're back at the Lane on a Thursday night. So there's only a couple of days in it, and then we're back in the Premier League. This time we've got Crystal Palace. Obviously, we just about beat them, didn't we? Early this season. Again, Palace are a bit hit and miss, aren't they? And again, they're in a relegation scrap. They're in that mix. They're in that mix, aren't they? And then it just gets worse. We're away to Liverpool at Anfield on the Sunday, the 15th of March. Again, more points dropped, realistically. You know, I really can't see where the points are coming from, where the goals coming from. And then we're back in that relegation scrap, aren't we? The weekend after that, we're back at the Lane against Nottingham Forest. Again, the last time we played them boys, we lost. We dropped points, didn't we? We conceded goals. Again, just out of those next set of fixtures, where are the goals and the wins, the 3 precious points that we're crying out for coming from? Possibly a point against Fulham. Maybe we'd do the double over Palace. We're definitely going to drop points against Liverpool, and maybe a point at Forest. You know what I mean? And then we're going into April, aren't we? Saturday the 11th of April, we are away to Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. Now, Sunderland, as we all know, have had a very good season up till now in the Premier League. Away at the Stadium of Light, it won't be easy. Again, the last time we played them, it finished, what was it, 1-1? I know it was a draw and we didn't win. But again, they're going to make it. They're not going to make it easy for us, are they? And then 18th of April, we're back at the Lane against Brighton. Again, Brighton won't make it easy for us. And then it gets tough, doesn't it? It gets tough. We are away at the Molineux against Wolves on the 25th of April. As we all know, the last time we played them boys, they were winning 1-0 until the last knock-ins where João Palhinha got an equaliser and he's celebrating like we got the winner. Again, Wolves they've turned the corner. I know it's mathematically they could still get out of it, but it's a big ask. But you know, they're showing some spirit right now, aren't they? They're showing some spirit, and yeah, man, can you really see us beating Wolves? I really don't know. I really don't know. I really, really don't know. And then we're going into May, the last set of 4 fixtures: Villa, Leeds, Chelsea, and at home to Everton. Now Villa, they seem to be our bogey team, don't they? They seem to come out 9 times out of 10. They seem to come out on top. Again, I really can't see where the points and the goals are coming from. And then Leeds on the 9th of May. I know the last time we played Leeds, we got all the points, but that was only just, wasn't it? That was like a 2-1 win, wasn't it? It weren't easy. And then we're at Stamford Bridge on the 17th of May. Stamford Bridge, again, you know, like your Liverpools, again, 9 times out of 10, we don't win. We don't get anything. And then last game of the season in the Premier League is at the Lane on the 24th of May against Everton. Again, that could literally be our last game in the Premier League. Let's hope not. Obviously, let's hope not. Let's hope not. But it's not good, is it? It's not good. It's really not good. Really, really not good. Really not good. So yes, guys, out of that, where do you see the points coming from? Where do you see the wins coming from? Who's going to create those goals? Who's going to score those goals? Fingers crossed. I know rumour had it, you know, and it was true because it was all over social media that Pedro Porro and Kevin Danzo are back in full training. So hopefully they have an impact on Sunday. And as time progresses, we get a few more boys back. Obviously, Mohamed Kudus, at the time of his injury, was rumoured to be back in April. Again, that's not confirmed, is it? That could be delayed for all we know, and we're crying out for a winger, a bit of pace on the wing, because we don't have it. Kulusevski, Maddison, are they going to see anything of this season? Are we going to see anything of them this season? Possibly not. It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good. It's really not looking good. A few more comments here again. Brian Maguire again. Big up yourself. Big clubs wouldn't be this mess. Sorry. It's just the way you've put it. Big clubs wouldn't be in this mess. Sorry. Would have brought in players to help the current squad. Yeah, exactly. And it's just our piss poor board, isn't it? Piss poor board with no ambition whatsoever. If we go down, we need a massive protest against the board. Look, we've had a number of so-called protests, haven't we? Going back to the Super League, that so-called Super League when it first come out, and the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, and I know them two boys there. They had a massive turnout, didn't they? They had thousands turning up at the Emirates and Stamford Bridge areas protesting against this. And then you had Spurs, there's about 10 people that turned up. And that's what happens when we have a normal protest, just a protest against our board and the ownership. We don't come together as one. I really don't know what it is. I know I'm not one to talk because I couldn't actually make the last protest, but I'm trying to think back to when that last so-called protest was. I think it was against, put it this way, it was against a certain Premier League team, and there was an organised 75th minute walkout. Quickly thinking now from the top of my head, I can't actually remember what club it was we was playing in the Premier League, but there was an organised walkout, and before kick-off there was an organised protest before the game. And yeah, when I looked into it, it wasn't really a good turnout. It really was not a good turnout. Yeah, it really wasn't a good turnout. You know, maybe 50 to 100 people. And like I said, like I keep saying, it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. It needs everyone to come together as one. It needs all the bigger influencers, all the bigger YouTubes to literally get their voices out, get everyone together. You know, I will try my very hardest to be there and help support if we do manage to organise another protest, because this mess we are in cannot continue. Like I keep saying, we are living in a freaking nightmare that we just can't seem to burst out of, and it's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking to see where we are, and it's just getting worse by the week, worse by the season. Another comment here. Big up Donna Cullen. Wagwan Mr. Flicks. Big up yourself. Please smash the likes. Get subscribing if you're new to the channel. Another comment here from McCoy's. Last protest was against Man City at home. Yeah, that was the planned 75th minute walkout, wasn't it? So yeah, last protest was against Man City at home. Apparently only 100 or so turned up. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was about 50 to 100 people. It wasn't a good turnout, was it? It was not a good turnout. That's poor. That is poor. That is poor. You know, another thing that really annoys me is, you know, if you're going to go to the game, especially in our current situation, you're going to go to the game. Before the game, you're going to go to the shop. You're going to spend money in the shop. And then when you're in the stadium, you're going to spend more money on drinks. You're going to spend more money on food. Then you're going to watch the game. Then there's half time. You're going to probably spend more money on drinks and food. And then at full time, you're going to spend more money on drink and food. All that money is going in their back pockets, splashing the cash. Yet the likes of me and you are not getting nothing in return. I've said it season after season, since the Poch era pretty much. We need to boycott everything. Yeah, go to the game. Go to the game. But boycott spending money in the Spurs shop. Boycott money getting refreshments before and after the game. Boycott even splashing your money on the Spurs website itself. Stop it altogether. Just, go to the game. Yeah, go to the game and support the boys, but then come away from that and support the local pubs. There's many around. There's many around. You know what I mean? Big up the Bill Nick for one. A very good pub. But there's loads around. Support them instead. Support them instead. And until we actually see improvement, which is a freaking big ask, and we all know that it's a big ask. But until we see improvement, yeah, then do that. Do that. But right now in this current situation we are in, they don't deserve our money. There's that saying, they're taking and not receiving. Take, but we're not seeing nothing in return. We're just seeing doom and gloom. And here we are, guys. Here we are. Where are we, guys? Where are we? Big up McCoys again. We probably need at least 10,000 to protest the ENIC takeout. Yeah, this is what I mean. It needs freaking thousands to come together. If the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, if they can do it back when they, like I said earlier, when we had the Super Cup protest, if they can do it, why can't we? Why can't we? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Really don't get it. Another comment here. Donna Cullen, Mr. Flicks. Back when I was in charge, things used to be better. Again, get in touch with Mr. Brian, and Mr. Stelios. They organised a protest. Yeah, man, I'm always watching their stuff. I'm trying to get my own voice heard. You know what I mean? Because I'm so sick to death of seeing this same cycle of shit, and it just drives me insane. And it's driving everyone insane, I know, but like I keep saying, this cannot continue. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get my voice heard to these guys, and obviously want to make contact with these guys and get together as one and seriously organise something. Get the word out there. You know what I mean? Get the board out. Get someone in that actually cares. Obviously they've got to have a business background, yeah, because they need that. But at the same time, they've got to have the love for the game. They've got to have the love for Tottenham itself, for the likes of me and you. What else we got here? They protested again outside the training centre in the severe cold. Yeah, they've done that many times, but again, it wasn't really a big turnout, was it? It wasn't a big turnout. It's actually embarrassing to see that when you got the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, when they have a protest, they have a protest. It's a big turnout, massive turnout. Big up PF CTV. You have gone so soft. What do you mean I've gone soft? What do you mean I've gone soft? Another comment here, Donna Cullen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Here we are, guys. Here we are. But yeah, like I said, with the remaining fixtures we have left, like I said, I really don't see where the points and the goals, the wins are coming from. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see, like I said earlier, going back to last season, you would have thought they would have learnt from those mistakes, finishing fourth from bottom with about 21, 22 league defeats. Yeah, winning that Europa League, it's that saying, it papered over the cracks, because it did. It did, it's not good. And I see another stat this morning. Tottenham have lost 48 Premier League games in 3 seasons. 48. When you look at that stat alone, it's embarrassing, isn't it? It really is embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. Like I said, last season, yeah, the majority of that was from last season. That 22 league defeats, wasn't it? 22 league defeats. Season before that, I think that would have been Ange Postecoglou's first season in charge, where if I remember rightly, we finished 5th. So it was a very good season because that was the first season where Harry Kane wasn't there. So we lost those 20 plus goals, didn't we? Just in the league. And again, if I remember rightly, we only finished 2, maybe 3 points behind Aston Villa, finishing in 5th. And I think we lost about 11, possibly 12 league games, didn't we, that season? But then since then, it's just got worse and worse and worse and worse, hasn't it? It really has, guys. It really has. It really has. Big up, Ghosted LDN. Big up, guys. If you've just joined, please smash the likes, get subscribing if you are new. Before I do go, because I've got to cut this live very short, so I'm sorry on that one. But what are your thoughts going on to Sunday's game? Do you see Spurs getting anything from Fulham, being at Craven Cottage as well? And don't forget the last time we played these boys, we lost. And like I said earlier, and I'll say again, we've still got Wolves to play, Liverpool, Chelsea, Forest. Just those teams alone, we've not won, have we? We've not beaten them this season. It's not good. It's not good, and I just feel we are doomed. We are doomed, and if we're not, if you know, if we're not careful, we will be sucked into that bottom 3. We will be sucked into that bottom 3, guys. We will be sucked in, and yeah, man, like I keep saying, it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking to see where we are, because we shouldn't be there. We shouldn't be there. I know some might say, yeah, but Flicks, you've got a very good team. Very, very good team. But when you look closely into it, we don't have a very good team, do we? We don't. There's only a small handful of players you could literally count on one hand that are decent and that we need to keep hold of. The rest are just shite. Average. Just average. Think back to Brennan Johnson. Think back to Brennan Johnson, who, yeah, I know he's shipped off now, thanks to Thomas Frank, but he was our top scorer last season. We had to rely on Brennan Johnson. Again, when you think back to the players we've had and never replaced to this day, your Harry Kane's. Harry Kane's gone, we get Solanke. Son is gone, we get Odebert and Xavi Simons. You know what I mean? It's very bad, and it's very, very bad. Again, our recruitment is absolutely piss poor. The whole thing is a mess. I know. Our medical staff, again, piss poor. Going back to the injuries, again, you would have thought they would have learnt from that, going on to from how we were last season. We had so many injuries, and they've not learnt from their mistakes. I've never seen a football team that have so many injuries. Never seen it. Never seen it, guys. I've never seen it. Never seen it. But hey, you know, before I do cut this live short, you know, going on to Sunday, like I said, what do you expect that outcome to be by full time? A Spurs win, a Fulham win, or a draw? Put that up in the comments before I do go. And then again, a yes or a no to Tottenham being relegated. Do you think Tottenham will go down this season? Yes or no? Put that up in the comments. And then we'll have a quick butchers on that before I do shoot. But yeah, it's really not good, is it? It's really, really not good. Really not good. Really not good. And it's just sad to see. Very sad to see. Very, very sad. But hey, you know, if we do survive relegation, and that is true, what the Lewis Trust have come out and said only a few days ago, if Tottenham do avoid relegation, then there will be a massive squad overhaul. Hopefully that is true, but then we've heard that before, haven't we? And I just find it very hard to believe what any of them say. I'll only believe it when I see it. But here we are, guys. Here we are. Here we are, and it's just that same cycle of shit. A living nightmare that we just simply can't get out of. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? I'm going to call it a day there, guys. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Like I said earlier in my stream, if you've never subscribed before, please hit that subscribe button. Please smash the likes as well if you've not liked. Again, I really do appreciate it. Please check out my previous videos as well. Check them all out. Check them out. Please share the whole shebang. I really do appreciate it. So thank you for supporting me. Sorry, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take it easy, and let's hope we do get all 3 points against Fulham at Craven Cottage, but it's going to be a very tough ask. We all know that. But big up, guys, and up the Spurs, and I will see you lot on the next video. Take it easy.